Peace and love, everybody. There we go. Peace and love, everybody. Hope you all doing good. Hope you've been in good spirits since last week and last week's forecast. I'm gonna hurry up and jump right into it, because I gotta actually get out of here soon. But um, this week we still got more of the same, and hopefully you'll be able to see through not only just the actions of other people that's around you, but also the role that you play in this whole big cosmic script. So hopefully you're able to navigate better based off of what we cover. So I'm gonna just jump right into it and pull the chart up. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, all right, here we go. So we're back. And let me see. All right, this one here is working. All right, peace and love. Willie Rivers, peace and love, Sister Emo. All right, here we go. So we got the chart up for this is actually for earlier. Wanted to go live earlier, but couldn't because of time restraint. But this is what we got today. So of course we got the sun in Leo. So happy Leo season to all my Leos. Happy solar return. Um, and here we got the actual well, it's a big gateway that's about to open up, and we're gonna actually have a whole separate video just for that. But we got right now the Sun in Leo, Sirius in Leo, and Mercury in Leo. All right, so at least your Sol and Mon is in conjunction, or I would say close to the same page, almost. And then your ability to nurture and find love is in the same place. But starting off, we have here Sun in a fixed sign. We got Mars in a fixed sign, Taurus. All right. So we got Mars, North Node, and Uranus all in Taurus. All right. So this is where the fight begins. All right. So you got Mars here, 18 degrees. You have North Node, which represents your direction in life, 18 degrees. Then you also have Uranus at 18 degrees. If I can make that right here. All right. And so today, you got Taurus, all of this. Taurus is all about stability, structure, um, the long haul, longevity. And so for a while, you've been doing a lot of different things consistently. You've been into a rhythm, routines, and things like that. But for some reason today, with all of these things aligned, it's kind of like you want to let your guard down. You've been having your guard up because this is Mars, and this is like dealing with the warrior, like the shield protecting and the spear, the arrow. So you've been like really guarding resources. Taurus deals with resources and earth, the things that you've been learning about. And because you've been on guard for so long, now Uranus is like, all right, I need to break away from the norm from what I've been doing. So you want to actually break away from all of the things that you've been doing consistently and have a little freedom. And today you want to splurge. All right. So that's like actually indulging into a lot of things that give you gratification. So that's what today is looking like. You used to being consistent, you used to being loyal to certain people, you used to being friendly and kind and supportive of other people. Not today, though. Not right now. This is more so focusing on your desires, your passions, and you really been designed to just let your guard down. Like every time you have a goal, it takes resources to accomplish that goal. Taurus deals with the resources. Mars deals with that strategy. This is Mars right here. Deals with that strategy towards the goal. And today you're not feeling it. You want to actually get out and do something different. You want to do things your way. You don't want to be as supportive to other people. Not today. You want to get something done for yourself, which is fine. Um, and then when you have Uranus there, it's like, yeah, let's shake things up. Let's get off track. I don't like this whole traditional way. Let's do something different. Um, Now, this is where you have the capacity to overindulge into things. So, like, you used to go into the stores and you have a list of things that you're not going of things you're going to get, so that actually helps you not purchase more things. But today you like, F the list, I just want to go in there and get whatever I want. I'm going to splurge, I'm going to do whatever I need, to at least get this feeling, express this, how I'm feeling out. And that's fine, but you could also be facing some setbacks with that, especially when it comes to like purchasing. For some of you, this is going to be dealing with this the ninth house, so this is like textbooks or books in general, self-help things that will help you to grow spiritually. This could be cooking or things that's dealing with art, aesthetics, and love. So you got all this taking place here, and you will have that setback when you choose to go that route. But then you're going to have the North Node. This is still where you're headed. It's still going to save you and help you as you're moving along the path of that direction, that goal. So this little setback, this minor setback, is not going to put you back too far, because you're still going to be on that path. And that's why it's retrograde, because you're still learning this along the way, along the journey. So still going to be good. And I would say that you're still going to have a chance to learn this lesson and balance things out. Now, with this North Node, I will say all of these, so Mars, North Node, and Uranus, all at 18 degrees. So numerology, that gives you 999. And so for some of you, you've been looking at, I need a sign from the universe that I'm moving in the right direction. Well, this is a major sign from the universe. And for some of you, when you get that sign, you looking for another sign to confirm that sign that you just got from the universe. And it's like, no, you're not gonna get no more signs. This is your sign right here from the universe. Take it or leave it. And this is where you're headed. You're on the right path. You just got to learn some lessons about the bumps and bruises along the path, and that's what you're actually looking at here. This also is embodying success, achievement, um, and this only happens when you stick to a plan. See, Mars, the thing about Mars in the chart is not just about taking action with passion and having drive. It's also about the strategy it takes to get there. Taurus is about the long haul, the long run, but you have to have strategy when Mars is present, because Uranus will shake things up and have you do things abruptly. But the North Node is saying this is where you're headed. So you got to plan for the long haul, and that's what this is. You need to really get serious when you see these numbers here like this, 18 18 18. Get serious about your daily battles. All right, so you're gonna have some battles along the way, and you got to really start taking them seriously. All right. And that's what we're actually looking at. So that's what's taking place today. And I would also like to add that the more because this is retrograde, the more that you uh practice at this, the better you'll get, the more confidence you'll have in these daily battles. So that's what you're dealing with today. Now, this is all personal today. All right, this is dealing with self-reflection. You got the moon in Virgo, is all dealing with introspection. So you're looking at yourself, you're looking at the role that you play in how events unfold in your life. Then you're also looking at things that's parallel. So the things that's not necessarily in your control, but they're running along the same line as how you feel. 29 degrees. So, and these are life changer things. All right. Peace of love, Pernell, Rain, Carissa, Queen Nefertiti. So this is what we all got going on right now. All right. Taking some introspection, and that's good. We can examine ourselves, how we feel. And that's always good to see where we're at personally. All right. So that's what's actually happening today. And then on top of that, we got a grand trine taking place. So the moon is here in Virgo. All right, 22 degrees, Earth sign. Then you got Pluto in Capricorn, Earth sign. This is Pluto in Capricorn, another Earth sign. And, this is all good. Of course, you got Mars, Uranus, and the North Node in Taurus. So this gives you that trine. All right. And this is, I like to look at today as a desire to get some more structure in your lives. You know, this is all dealing internally. And so, in order to get more order and structure in your life, you got to take some examination. You got to look at yourself and see what's off. All right. And some of the things that's off is things coming up again from childhood. And we'll talk more about that. And that's something, and I could get, we ain't gonna go into that one right there because we could go a whole nother route with that. But it's all about introspection today. And Pluto is giving you that drive to want to be the best. But this transit right here is more so, it's in the fifth house. It's like going back into your past and trying to find things that you enjoyed doing when you was a child, in early childhood, or maybe a recent past. But this gave you a lot of fulfillment. And this is like a great reminder. Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn in the fifth house. This is like a great reminder that things don't always have to be serious. And like, you don't always have to work hard to obtain certain things. A lot of things that you obtain, it doesn't have to be so rigid. All right. You can have fun, be creative, fifth house energy, do something that you enjoy. It don't always have to be a reward or medals behind you achieving things. So something that you purely enjoy being creative or having fun with, that's what will actually help you to gain some success that you're looking for on the short term. And so I think that's something that, we all could take away. If we looking at this self-reflection here, the moon in Virgo, and then you're looking at things from the past, especially you're trying to climb the social ladder and things like that. Just go back to when things was fun, when you didn't actually have to necessarily look at things from a competitive standpoint, because this will make you compete. And if you claim that you're a god, true gods don't compete, they create. And that's what this whole aspect is about. All right. So, and part of the reason why, this is, it may be hard for you to have fun just with even being creative. That's also a sign that you're blocked, is that is in Capricorn. So Capricorn deals with, that rigid, that strict, that rule setting, all of those things. So I would say that that's an alignment that is here for us all on Monday to do some reflection on. All right. And then when we look at, can't forget about this aspect here. Moon in Virgo opposed Neptune. So you got Neptune at 25 degrees. All right. And then you got Juno there at 21 degrees. So, and this all happening in the seventh house. So when it comes to seeking different partnerships, relationships, business moves, and things like that, the opposite side may not align to your morals. They may not necessarily have the same ethics as you, or even the same principles. But that's probably why things are at a pause right now with connecting with other people, at least on that type of level. Because things don't match. And while you might not have the full discernment or be able to see through, because Neptune is retrograde, Juno is also retrograde, like to say, to slow down. Even Vesta, that womanly wisdom, like that earthly wisdom, is retrograde, because it's like you're having a hard time discerning who's real, who's fake, who's really for you, who's not. Are you really even for yourself? So you're looking at all these different aspects here. And you're looking at how this person is coming off as charismatic and all these things, but they can actually deceive you. And because you're so giving and so kind, this is where you actually deplete your own resources and energy. So I would just then they take advantage. They know that and they're gonna take advantage of it. They don't give a damn about you. They just want to use you for what you can, do for them. So this is that, but it's hard to discern because it's like it's retrograde. It's at 4 degrees, it's just beginning. So um yeah, this is what this transit is bringing, at least for today. That's right, patience and compassion. You got a lot of Virgo placement. Sensei TV says, "Hey Noble, I've been researching and studying everything spiritual, but for years I've never gotten to astrology. I just believe it could be demonic." Um, yeah, well, what does demonic mean? Sensei TV, great question. Look up do the etymology of what the word demonic mean. It deals with bringing an aspect of light, demon, demos. So I would look up what that means. And since we're talking about words, it's really important to look at words and how they shape our reality. So, as they'll say, this studying the stars is demonic. Our people will say this type of stuff to us when we're studying and interpreting the stars, but you won't say that to NASA, who do the same thing with astronomy. Um, and this is actually what governs the world, along with other things. But this is just how people words are very important. Evil, not who I am. Just feel like it hasn't aligned with me, something negative. But that's interesting. You know, I don't think you would say that the sun and the moon is negative. You look up in the sky, you wouldn't call it evil. It has an effect on you. It influences. NASA is evil. Pieces of us as well. Oh yeah, that's true. Um, but that doesn't mean that astrology isn't um, a way of life. This is something that our ancestors used as a tool for many different things. Um, Rain says, "Is it safe to tap back into the innocence of youth in a serious world outside of the household?" Yes, I would say it definitely is because um, adults are effed up. They screwed up with a whole bunch of ideologies, doctrines, man-made, color of law, different actions. So, false philosophy, all these different type of things adults have in their mind, they just screwed up. A lot of adults are broken, wounded, which is fine. You can get healing, but I would think that childlike, children come here, and before they get all of this uh, brainwashing, they're really in tune. So I would say is a great thing to tap back into that. You sensei too. I'll start getting into it because of you. Can you tell me what different houses of Australia are? I've been confused. Um, right, that's right, rain conditioning. I believe the moon is sun gazing. Yeah, well, I believe the moon is negative. I do sun gazing every day. Well, the moon isn't well, you're absolutely correct. That's why I say look up words. The moon is negative. It's negatively charged. Okay, so it gives you you have aspects of the moon in your body. It's called electrons. Um, and the sun has positrons and protons it gives off. So it's all connected to you. So you're absolutely right, etymologically. It is negative, and you should use both forces, positive and negative. Your body is made up of those alternating um, forces. So why not use them? You use the solar light. You also use the lunar light. When you're traveling at night, you don't say the moon is negative because it's helping you to see. So this just how they condition our mind to see things. Carissa says learning history is first can help put pieces together through the knowledge. Yes. Peace of love, Annie V. I've done tests and everything I put out at night. It kills everything I put out at night. Well, it's supposed to. It has that aspect. So let's look at the moon. I'm glad you're bringing this up. This is the moon. All right, the crescent. All right, it's a waxing moon. It's growing. So the moon helps us to grow our food. It helps us to um, do horticulture, agriculture, botany. It helps us to grow. Things grow at night, not under the influence of the sun. It actually grows under the influence of the moon at nighttime. You don't grow during the day. You actually grow under the influence of the moon at nighttime. So a lot of times, you like for example, your child, they grow a lot of inches, or a lot of us at night, and that's because the moon, it pulls on your structure. So like women, you know, all of us, we have a um, certain tie to the moon because the our body is filled with water, and the moon pulls on that water in your body. Okay, so um, we all have that connection to the moon in that way, and the moon controls the tides of the sea. So it's not evil. It is negative because negatively charged, but it's not evil, quote unquote. Um, yes, right, Rain. It's responsible for the idea flow. Yep. Um, the moon seems like it's a holographic soul harvesting device that probably has alien bases on it. You know what? This is good. I wasn't gonna get into this aspect of it, but you're bringing up a lot of good points. I know these are good questions, but the moon is another. We call it a luminary. I mean, it's not a planet, but it is a planet in a sense. It's hollow, just like the Earth is hollow, and there is bases on the moon. Russia, China, the U.S. are all on the moon. Uh, there's a civilization that's on the moon. The city is under a hologram, and they actually found women uh, that look like our people with locks on the moon. Okay, and this is why they're actually building a space elevator with Virginia Tech to go to this place here, the moon. And this is also why people like Richard Branson, billionaires like, well, I ain't gonna even go into it, but this is why they're actually building. They do have bases on the moon, um, and they also have hotels. And in 2030, uh, you've already begun to see that people are doing intergalactic travels and things like that. But Michael Strahan actually went to the moon. Good Morning America or Hello America, whatever the hell they called. They actually went to the moon. It's nothing new. They've been knowing about this for years. They've been doing it. Billionaires been racing to go there. You can research it. It's all there. It's all declassified info. It's all out here. But basically, they're gonna have hotels and things like that, infrastructure that they want to build on the moon. Um, and some of the people that in history, one big one, we don't go over the other scientist's name, but Tesla was also bringing an aspect of harvesting lunar. You have solar light, solar panels, solar energy, harvesting lunar energy to bring it down to tap in and use that because it's untapped, it's free energy, it's can power a lot of different things. Now, we didn't got all the way off topic about this, but I'm glad you brought it up so people can have a little bit more information on the moon. Because if you're hearing a lot of different things, some people say it's a missile and all this different type of stuff, and it's just um, a float and a balloon. But um, just giving some information that you guys can research on it, and I'll just leave it there. Yeah, hotels. Yep, that's what they got. Um, and hotels for to do some of this stuff right here. This is a priapus. This is a phallus. So they can go and get down, have some orgies and stuff. But that's what they're doing. And this is all billionaire stuff. When you F up everything down here, you got the fiat, the resources to go other places and do different things. What you think you're going to invest in? That's what they do. All right. So, that's what, so that's that. That's for Monday. So let's go ahead and look for Tuesday. Let's look for Tuesday. Actually, hold on one second. Let's see. All right, so Tuesday, what we got? Okay, Sun's still in Leo, Mercury is still in Leo. However, we have the moon shifted into Libra with Maki Maki and Haumea. So these are other planets as well. And you see that the sun shifted houses. We're in the eighth house. All right. And we have Venus in Cancer, Lilith, the dark side of the moon in Cancer. And right off the back, this is like a desire to nurture, 18 and 8 degrees, 10 degrees away in the 10th house. Desire to nurture, a desire to love and to shower people and flood people, still dealing with water, with love. And this is because you didn't get it as a child. So things that was absent and that you missed out on, now you want to give it back. And you want to give it back because you were missing. So like that's fine, but it's not gonna fix the initial thing that's missing. So it's a sextile. So Venus sextiling uh, North Node, Uranus, and Mars here in the eighth house. So this is dealing with resources and management of other people's wealth, legacies, and even debt. So you want to share and to help out and nurture. And for some of you, you don't know how to ask for help. And even when you do ask for help, you don't want to accept it. So this is a tough one. This is a tough one because with Lilith here like this, it's like I don't want help. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. Nobody's going to put me into a box. I'm going to be water and be fluid and move and do whatever I want. So it's going to be real tough. And taking care of loved ones is going to be a highlight here, but you're going to want to do it your way. All right. And this is where issues of the home, still dealing with Cancer, is going to surface in the public, the 10th house. So though you might try to love and suppress through giving, it's still going to make its way to the public. And this is like dealing with early childhood trauma that was never worked through. And you, instead of showering your children with clothes and I'm gonna get you the best Jordans I never got, or Nikes or heels, whatever it is, clothes, jewelry, makeup, whatever, because I didn't get it, because your perception was off. You was looking at the wrong things because you were valuing the things that you seen on TV instead of actually getting knowledge and giving that to your children and giving back, nurturing them with things like that will last. That's actually going to come back up. And so that's what's actually happening now. And you're learning that lesson along the way as well, retrograde. You still hit it in the right direction, but you still have to learn to deal with this issue. All right. And so it could be tough because when you didn't get those, the love that you thought you should have got in that way, I should have got the best clothes, I should have got the best whatever. Looking at the wrong things, you then pass that down, give that to your children, and then they give that to their children. It's a cycle. So you're trying to break this cycle, trying to cleanse it with water. Cancer is water. So we're trying to cleanse that, the way that you love. We're trying to perfect that love, but you got to be able to see through it and want the help. And for those who don't want to ask, when people come offering it, you don't even accept it. So we got to look at that aspect as well, the part that you play. All right. And just like the thumbnail, a lot of times people in the spotlight, they cast a shadow. It casting a shadow of what they desire for you to see them as, but really, that's not who they are. And so with this aspect here, you're gonna want to look at who you really are, in the public's eye. You casting these false shadows. Um, who you really are is the shadow, and that's the part that people don't know. You are the shadow, and it's a lot of work that needs to be done. So cardinal cardinal sign is Cancer. Cardinal deals with starting, to heal and to work on that. And then, of course, again, we got the moon in Libra, Maki Maki in Libra, both of these opposed by Jupiter and Aries. So, Tuesday, this is where you start dealing with people who are very self righteous, uh, know it alls, and just they're overly spiritual, all these different things you're going to be dealing with. So you're going to have to try to find beauty and harmony in your environment, but it starts within yourself, because you're going to be dealing with a lot of that self-righteous stuff right here. Chiron retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, chaos, Eris right here, causing havoc in relationships, causing trouble all over the place. So self-righteous people, it's gonna be tough on Tuesday, and you're dealing with a day ruled by Tuesday Mars, so a lot of stuff going down on Tuesday. Um, Trying to think of anything else. Well, I would I'm not just leave it there. So on Wednesday, because we gotta go because the time, gotta hurry up, get out of here. Whew. So Wednesday still got a lot of manipulators. I mean, this is where they really gonna start to surface here. Um, Yeah, that's bad. You got all right. So this is you. This is you on Monday. All right, you're trying to find the best and look at things, in a decent way. Maki maki, trying to see the harmony in the environment, trying to really get in tune, trying to find peace. This is the moon. You feeling like I really need to find balance here. I'm trying to create something beautiful within myself, trying to perfect myself. But then you got to deal with these self-righteous manipulators in the public who haven't dealt with this trauma. All right, they're gonna bring this crap to the job. All right, you're dealing with them in the public, talking all this emotional crap on social media. You're dealing with all this stuff right here, and because they was hurt, they trying to hurt every other person that they come in contact with. You ever notice these people, everything that they post, they share or talk about is dealing with the trauma that they haven't dealt with. That's what you're gonna be dealing with, but they're gonna be really trying to force it on and like really flood you with this crap. And this can be a person that's in authority. This is the 10th house. This is somebody that has power or perceived power over their employees. So then you got to deal with this crap when you come home. Fourth house, all right, because this square, all right, the moon is squaring Pluto in the fourth house, all right. So now you got to deal with this crap, power struggles in the home. Um, People want to be so serious, can't take a joke, and you know what? I could really say some things right here with this priapus here. This is symbolic of like a phallus or, you know, a penis. So you really get screwed here in the home, and this by people that you thought you was close to building with. You guys just made up. Now they bringing up stuff or doing different things. So like this is where you dealing with the trauma from the person at work, and you dealing with these people in the house. So it's like you feel it more when it's here, because you're like, this is supposed to be my safe haven where peace is supposed to abound. But guess what? It's still, that's an opposition, and then you're dealing with a square from both of them. So that's going to be tough on Wednesday, August 3rd. So and then the worst part about all of this is that Neptune is still retrograde, so it's going to be hard to analyze and discern what's really taking place, because you're going to be feeling a certain type of way about all of this. Then you got a square from Uranus, Mars and Uranus in the North Node and Taurus in the 8th house, going down to Saturn and Aquarius. So the fixed signs is beginning to really duke it out. So stubborn energy is really about to take place. The manipulator's about to come out like a mole popping out that hole on Wednesday. All right. And this is the day of communication. So just be careful. Thursday, we moving forward. Yeah. Thursday, this is where Mercury enters Virgo. So you got Mercury here, 0 degrees. It's coming home. So now you begin to get a little breather. Your mind, can start to get put at rest and start to like make out what's happening, but you still like sifting through all of this stuff. All right. So that's the beginning of that. And what is this? This is Friday. So August 5th, Friday. This is where, all right, now look at this. We got a square here. So this is where the squares take place. All right. So we got a square here, the moon. So the fixed signs, all of the fixed signs. So you got Scorpio, fixed, stubborn energy. I don't feel like sharing nothing. This is all your gifts that you're bringing from the past lives. I don't feel like sharing nothing. I don't feel like being around and investing in nothing. All right. Then you got this square Aquarius, another fixed sign. I'm not playing with nobody. Fifth house is strict. I'm all business. I'm not with the BS. Then you got another fixed sign with Taurus. All right. It can go down. You ready to fight? You ready for war? All right. I'm not with nothing. I'm not dealing with nothing. I'm not open to nothing. I'm not sharing. I'm not receiving nothing. And then you got another fixed sign with Leo. All right. I'm not helping nobody. I'm not doing nothing. So you got all these challenges, all these squares taking place, and all these squares form that cross. All right. And this cross, remember, the cross is something that we use to bring in more knowledge. So all of this squaring, all of this challenge that's taking place is going to literally bring destruction or liberation. And I'm all for the destruction because the destruction to this system, it needs to happen. But you got to think about, will you be prepared for what's going to stand in place of that destruction of that system? So that's including the paradigms that they form, the brainwashing, the lies, the manipulation, all that stuff. So the people like, all right, I'm sick of this. It's time for war. All right. And this Friday, you got to really choose like what side you're going to be on. I'm on this side of destruction. You might be like, what? I want things to be destroyed for the better. All right. Liberation is going to come. And I think a lot of times that can come from both ways, destroying it or getting liberated and then you building something else. So that's what's happening on Friday. And let me just say this too, like this, yeah, I'll leave it. Because Friday, this is gonna be the mass manipulators that's at the top level versus those at the bottom or so-called bottom. So Rain says, so balance is not an option. I think that this square will bring that balance. This challenge will bring the balance because right now, it is tilted in the other direction towards more of the chaos. So I think that's what we're actually seeing now. So on Saturday, let's get forward. August 6th. Yeah, so you got Venus in Cancer actually making this great aspect to Neptune. So it's going to be a chill day on Saturday, finally. You could take a relax, or you could take a period to relax. So yeah, this is good. This is good on Saturday. All right, you might even want to delve into some art. But this is a good day to relax because this gonna be a heavy week with this. Friday is gonna be a big one. So Saturday, you definitely gonna want to take and use that. So all right, where we at? Is that just 2 p.m.? You have to choose. I would say you have to choose those people who think they're just gonna be on the sideline and whoever win, I was with you the whole time, you my man, baby, all that stuff. That ain't I mean, that's not gonna happen going in the future. You know, pulling the wool over people's heads is gonna be a little bit harder going forward. With all these people becoming more aware. But for those people who just stuck in a certain frequency, they're gonna be stuck. So we can't do nothing with them. But um, that's what we're dealing with. So let's go ahead and look at the let's look at the cards. Let's see what we got. So let me go ahead and all right. So okay, so for my Leo, oh, pull a card. Oh, okay. We got the Four of Swords. All right. Four of Swords reverse. All right, and this was reversed last week as well. It's Four of Swords here. I know you can see that Four of Swords. You see that sword at the bottom. This is literally this is dealing somebody you're tired. This is dealing with you being tired. And swords is mentally. So this is all in the mind. So you're tired. And okay, let's see what's going on with my Leos. Let's see. Let's pull another card. Why are you so tired? Okay, okay. So Malika Swords reverse. This is why you're tired right here. You're tired because you've been like absent-minded from the scenario or situation. Um, and you see this Malika. This is like the Queen of Swords. This is where you are forgetful of certain things. Um, and you got a lot of other people's opinions in your mind right now. So deep down in your subconscious, you still hear the voice of other people. So that can make you tired. So um wow, Leo season just begun. So you got a lot of work to do um as far as putting your mind at rest. And Mercury is coming home to Virgo, so maybe that will help out. But that's what we're looking at for my Leos. So another card. For my Virgo, oh, still got the world reverse. All right, so we got the world reverse. So still dealing with projects, still dealing with, um, you know, learning how to delegate. And this is the need to tap into that childlike energy. So we discussed that kind of earlier, that childlike going back to that mind. That's what this is kind of reminding me of. And let's see what's going on with you all. So this is Leo and oh, okay. So Tower reverse. This is what we're dealing with. This energy here. So this is Mars, and Mars is currently in Taurus. And today it's kind of like, all right, I'm not feeling this. I gotta do my own thing. I gotta splurge a little bit. I gotta indulge a little bit. Then you're looking at Mars moving throughout the week. This is dealing with learning the balance. We got Uranus and the North Node with it. So the traditional way versus doing things a little non-traditionally or out of the norm to break free of the mundane everyday thing. So that's what you're dealing with. Clinging to old patterns that needs to be destroyed. Mars is a great planet to help you destroy that. It's all about war and confrontation. So that's what you're dealing with, Virgos. Um, so yeah, I would say that's something that you're gonna be dealing with this week. All right. So trying to find innovative ways to do different things. All right. Okay, so for my all right, this is for my let me move this. This is for stay on. This is at 204. All right, so Libra. So for my Libras, all right, let's pull a card. Oh, the moon card. Libra, we at the moon. All right, we're at the moon. And obviously, there's a lot going on right here. This is still dealing with Pisces. And for my Pisces, this is Pisces right now got Neptune there, and it has Juno. So this is learning all about discernment. Is retrograde discernment, okay? And right now it can be off, and you can feel like um, the people that you're around or surrounding yourself with is dangerous. All right, and of course they can become enemies. And this is learning to see that some people's reflection don't actually match. All right. So some people, they might say and do certain things, but they don't match. What they say in the sun don't match in the dark. So or under the influence of the moon. So that's what you're looking at here. And so it could be real tough um, dealing with these type of people. The moon showed you different people's dark side, and that's what you're actually learning this process now from my Libras. So your scale is going to be tilted back evenly soon, but that's something that you have to learn along the way, and it's all to help you for your path. All right. So next we got Scorpio. So for my Scorpios, all right, and this is at the end of the week, Saturday. So for my Scorpios, let's look what we get here. Oh, okay. We got the Desert Hermit. All right. So this is the Desert Hermit. Um, you all are going through something different. So last week you had the, if you go check the live from last week, you had the um, a mirror of cups, and this was dealing with being uh, an attractive, seductive person. But now this is where you're dealing with seclusion. This is where you're dealing with being alone and singleness and calling for self-assessment. So this is learning more about yourself, all right, and how the desert hermit actually goes off and spend time alone to learn and discover about themselves. And then nothing bad or wrong with doing that. Is actually going to help you. Um, this is where it's saying like you can hide from other people, but you can't hide from yourself. So at some point you have to ask yourself, why isn't relationship working, or why doesn't things pan out? You gotta look at yourself, and that's what we're starting off Monday with. um, everything that you do, what you bring to the table and the role that you play. And so um yeah, I would definitely look at your role this week. All right, and that's for my Scorpios. All right. For my Sagittarius, okay, you got Five of Wands reverse. All right, Five of Wands reverse, and automatically we see what just took place. Something just happened. Last week, you were the Sultan. You were riding high. You were able to see the whole empire. You were calling the shots. And now you got Five of Wands reverse. Oh, this is a good reminder for you to remember that just because you are sitting at the position or the seat of a sultan, a ruler that rules over many kingdoms, that doesn't mean that other people like it. And it doesn't mean that they're just going to bow down. You actually have to prove yourself to them. And this is dealing with negotiating. So some form of communicating and negotiating, being diplomatic to work things out to make sure everybody is happy is taking place right now. Because just because you was given that fortune last week don't mean that other people are as excited or happy for you. So you actually got to work through. And for some of you, because you got this big favor or this big gift from the universe last week, it kind of went to your head. You say, I'm going to say and do whatever the hell I want to people. And this is why people like, nah, I don't bump with you right now. And this is why you got to go through that right now, that lesson. All right. So this is what's actually happening here. Um, you still got to learn the lesson of negotiating just because you are the emperor. And that's not bad. This isn't a bad card. You're still on top. You just got to learn that lesson while you're up there. All right. So for my Capricorn, all right, we got Nine of Swords reverse. All right, Nine of Swords reverse for my Capricorn. Finally, now the swords are being pulled from your mind. The worry is being taken for the, you see those swords going through this person's mind, now is being removed. Now it is being pulled, and you can now finally when it's upside down like that, it's like now I can actually uh breathe, and I can actually live because I don't have to worry about all these different things that was on my mind. Help is coming. um this is relief. Mercury is about to come to Virgo, so this is relief mentally, and worrying is about to end. Yep, Jupiter retrograde. That's right, Sandy Burrow. So now you can actually start to um, relax and heal because certain things you couldn't control in the past, and now you're actually getting aid, not just from the people around you, but the universe saying, "All right, I give them a break now that they finally see that they can't control everything." Because Saturn deals with an aspect of us trying to control everything, but it's a reminder that we're not in control of every single thing. So that's for my Capricorns. For my Aquarius, let's see what we got here. Oh, we got the Lovers reverse. So for my Aquarius, this is dealing with separation, detachment. All right, this is from the major arcana. So this is big relationships that's coming to an end. Actually should have came to an end a long time ago. But this is dealing with kindred community being ostracized, criticized from those in the community, or um, something like a community. This is being separated from. And let's see what this is more so about. This is Malik of Swords. Aha, there we go. Malik of Swords reverse. This is the um, King or Emperor of Swords. And so when your mind ain't right, everything else is off as well. So you see the reversal, Malik of Swords reverse, and this is actually what you're getting here. Um, you know, as a ruler, sometimes when you're in the spotlight and you are the king or queen or the person that's looked at as the um, hierarchy, sometimes you can get disrespectful in those roles, and it could be in little subtle ways and things like that that people pick up on. And you could just have disregard for people, and that's what's actually bringing you that separation. Um, Remember, what you think people can't see, they can see. All right. And so that's what's actually happening there. We're just doing self-reflection today. So this is for everybody to do self-reflection by for my Aquarius. That's that self-reflection there. Um, for my Pisces, let's look see what we got for Pisces. Aha, nine of this reverse. Nine of this reverse. All right, so you see that nine of this reverse. Um, this is still dealing with that Venus energy. So Venus is now in Cancer, so we're still dealing with that energy there. And this is like discontent for your current situation. And you're focusing on those failures and mistakes, or even those hard lessons from the past. And this is surrounding a mother figure, or the things or the lessons that you should have gotten from your mother, or um, the habits that you formed or watched from your mother. This is dealing with certain feminine energy that you're dealing with, and it's reverse. So some type of mentor or elder or mother, aunt, cousin, could be. And then the mistakes that you have made or continue to make is leading you down a certain financial way that you have to learn how to stop putting yourself in a financial bind. All right, so this is like when it's upright, you see the resources flowing in, reversed, it flowing out. All right, so resources going out right now. All right, and you could be spending this to look good before the public because Venus is in the 10th house. You could be expending all of your energy and resources to make somebody else think that you have it a certain type of way, but it's actually hurting you in the long run. All right. So that's why, again, today is a self reflection day. All right. For my Aries, okay, Seven of Cups, reverse. Seven of Cups reverse, and automatically I'm already seeing a lot of things going on here. Um, Seven of Cups reverse, we're dealing with, again, Venus, but in this card, Venus is in Scorpio, but Venus is actually in Cancer now. So a lot of daydreaming, a lot of daydreaming, a lot of thoughts running through your mind, ideas. Uh, you're drawn and torn into too many different directions. And remember, Eris is an Aries, so it's like destruction in relationships, destruction with your actions in relationships or business deals. Um, and so right now, you got to look at your destructive nature, and it all starts from your mind. So that's what we're actually looking at here: Seven of Cups being scattered, but then once you do finally pinpoint something, now you're destructive with it. So you got to look at that energy that is being put out. All right. Okay, for my Taurus, we got the teacher upright. So last week, Taurus, you had the chariot, all right, and it was upright. Now you got the teacher. So now, because last week you were high up on the lions, you wasn't nobody couldn't actually see you and your flaws. They couldn't really mess with you last week. Now you're going into the teacher mode. You're going like, I gotta learn while I'm on this path, while I'm high up, I got momentum. Let me learn from my actions so I don't make the same mistakes as other people. And this is where you begin to look at divine wisdom. When you start to get divine wisdom, when you start to get, um, become a spiritual authoritative figure, or even looking up to those who have quote unquote spiritual authority on certain subjects, and you start looking for counseling and learning from them. And this is where you're looking for answers from certain uh, problems that you're trying to solve. Okay. And I would even say, since this is coming up, last week you were the chariot, now this week you are the teacher. Um, a lot of questions are coming up with morality. So you need questions surrounding morality, something dealing with ethics that you really need to have an answer on. And that's probably why you're getting into the spiritual teacher or guru or whoever to actually assist you, some type of tool to actually figure out the moral compass portion of this problem. Still a good card though. Still a good card though. Oh yeah, definitely will, Rain. Thanks for tuning in. Yep. Oh, okay. For my Aries. All right, Aries. We got Ten of Wands reverse. I'm sorry. I said Aries, Taurus. I'm sorry, Gemini. Gemini. Ten of Wands reverse. Finally, all right, we're getting somewhere. This is Saturn and Sagittarius energy, but Saturn is in Aquarius. So right now, you letting go of people, and people's thoughts and people's ways of being and habit that have influenced you. They say that those who are in your close circle are your influence, and that's who you are. So now you're learning about letting those people go. And this is right now not wanting to commit. Saturn deals with commitment, so you don't want to commit to anything in particular right now, especially not friends or relationships. You're not feeling it right now. All right, this is like, all right, I've been carrying this a lot. You see those wands going through the bushes. Like, I've been carrying a lot of other people's wands. I've been doing a lot, and it's like right now, let's unpack your bag. You've been carrying this bag up this hill, up this mountain for so long. And when we finally unpack everything, we see that you got thoughts from other people. We see that you got toxic habits and ways, that you got addictions you can deal with. And on top of that, you got people who don't even like you that's um in this bag. So it's like it's finally time that you are letting go of all these people. And things take longer to get achieved when it's like that, but they will get achieved. You just gotta be committed to it. Right now, you're not feeling that because you're dealing with unloading. And that's fine. I think this unload will actually help propel you forward. So, um, yeah, that's for my Gemini and Cancer. So for my Cancer, we got a Mirror of Wands upright. A Mirror of Wands upright. So you see a Mirror of Wands. A mirror is the general. This is the last deacon of Cancer. So this is good for my Cancer signs. This is Sun, Moon, and Rising. And with that, you have the first two decades of Leo, and because you're dealing, this is somebody who is an attractive, influential, charismatic person right here. This could be you or the person that you're interested in or courting or dating. Um, and right now, it can be hard to settle down because all of that attention and because of all of that magnetism that this person have. They're very magnetic, and even if this is you, this could be the same thing. You could be feeling that, and you have right now the power to influence the group, influence any people, even if you have the ability to influence and change their mindset about certain things. So this is a great card. It is for cancers, and right now, since you are the general, you can expect good orders, good things to happen. And I would say expect good things to happen, and things will happen, take place like that. So um, that's good for my cancers. That's good for my cancers this week. Um, let's see. All right. Okay, so I hope this give you all some insight. So we're gonna keep at it. And we do have a gateway coming up, so I'm gonna make a completely different video for that to explain this gateway, and then we could get into that. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your week, and I'll see you when we do that other video. All right, about this gateway, we're gonna explain a little bit and then tell you some things of how it can benefit you. All right, so peace and love. Hotep, may your soul find satisfaction. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.